Who is it? Who is it? Who could it be? Welcome to Who is it Jueves with me, your host, La Maestra Loca. Each and every jueves, you can find me here on my YouTube channel interviewing some of the most inspirational educators I have ever had the pleasure of knowing. And with my Loca Lineup, which is 11 carefully curated questions that I have designed to really get at the depth, the core of this educator, you will be walking away inspired and knowing these teachers on a level that you never thought possible. And who knows, you might even walk away with a few tricks up your sleeve on a FriYay Eve. Let's get to it. Who is it? Who could it be? Who is it? Who is it? Jueves who? Just tell us who. Thanks for being here. Love you, teacher. Hello, hi. Welcome to Who is it? Jueves with me, La Maestra Loca. Today, my intent was to shower, was to brush my hair. Look, it is still fully bed hair. Was to do something about the glasses on my head because I just noticed them. I was cleaning and I just stuck them on my head. But the reality is, I have like a head cold going on. I'm finally feeling better. And here I am in my pajamas because I didn't want to cancel this interview because I have somebody insanely special today. This person is a Spanish teacher, a phenomenal presenter, one of my favorites I've ever seen energy-wise. Like one of those the givers of energy, like when you're there and you're just like, yes, this feels so good. My mom is texting me. Sorry, I'll shut that off. Phenomenal presenter, a Familia Loca member, a new Familia Loca member, middle school teacher. We know how I feel about middle school, and lives in Iowa. You're going to faint. Are you ready? Today, my guest is.
Hello.
Entry. What an entry. Can you? I
Did you
can't.
get my spin?
Yep, the spin was perfect. It was everything I wanted and so much more. You're amazing. Oh my God. Fabulous. Also,
Hello.
I know I already said it, but the people didn't hear me say it. Your color that you're wearing is magnificent on you.
Thank you. Thank you. House of Color, everyone. House of Color. They'll make you wow.
Wait, what do
It's
you mean? Oh, you did. Did you do one of those color assessment? Like, what is my color?
yes. I did the House of Color because it's British. And I took my mom for like birthday, Mother's Day, yay, you're cancer free. And we went and did it together. We are both jewel tone winters. It's like I'm a Sagittarius, so I get these like really hard and fast obsessions. And this is one of the like the longest standing obsessions that I've had has been House of Color. It's fun. It's
That's
just fun
so
and it's a
fun.
great like investment, like
Yeah, because then you
I
know
know
moving forward.
it's great.
Andrea Eider.
She's a
Andrea
summer.
did it recently. Yeah.
We
And she's
talk.
a summer, you said?
She's a summer.
Oh, cool. I didn't remember what she was, but I remembered like she raved about it. So
Hmm.
is that in Iowa, the House of Calor?
Everywhere.
It's
They're
everywhere.
everywhere. Yep. That like it's a franchise thing. So
Cool.
Google it, but Colour.
Because it's the British
Right.
spelling.
Yeah.
My
Right. You
dad
get
will like that. My dad approves. My dad is very, very, very British. Very
oh,
just so.
I did not
Just so.
know.
Yes. Okay, are you ready for the local lineup? 11 carefully curated questions to get to know the real you, Meg.
May the voice of wisdom speak for me.
Excellent. I'm so ready. Okay, first, tell us who you are. I know I told them you teach Spanish, but
Mhm.
tell them about where you
By
are,
the way,
etc.
like you know how to make people feel good. Like I'm sitting here with my camera off and it was like, wow.
You're
Wow,
very
I'm
good.
Meg, everyone. I am Meg. I teach middle school Spanish currently. I've taught all ages, but probably like 12 years ago, I got a middle school class when I was teaching at Van Meter, which was amazing. And they were like playing hacky sack and like running. And I was like, WGF, all caps, what are you doing? And like after you kind of learn how to harness that energy, they're so fun. And so I've just kind of stuck with middle schoolers ever since. And now I feel like once you find that groove and like the age group that really clicks with you, it's like it's the sweet spot. So I'm gonna stick around in like seventh grade for a while. I live in a suburb of the capital of Des Moines, Iowa, with my husband. We have two big, they're not that big, but working dogs, high energy, smart, and a very fat Siamese, which is an oxymoron, but she is what she is. And I don't know. We're in the middle of winter, which is always hard for me. And so just kind of look for those little sparks of energy and ways to spend the time, forced rest that's not boring. And yeah, I love teaching. I absolutely adore the comprehensible slash acquisition driven community. They are my people. They have raised me, and I do everything I can to stay in very good touch with that community. So,
And you're growing in that community as a
yeah,
presenter. So I
big
am
time.
really
Yeah,
grateful to know
but
you and to see you like take off. It's going to be
it's
great.
amazing because, like, we know that that's the right thing to do and to give out as educators, like to lift other people up and help them see the best of themselves. But like to receive it is truly beautiful. So everything that I have grown into as a teacher is because of this community.
Same. Is aren't we lucky?
Yeah, we are very, very.
Are you ready?
I think so.
Okay. If you could describe yourself as a dessert, what dessert would it be?
Oh my God. I don't eat these, but maybe like a banana split. Like there's a lot of going on.
There is a lot going on.
Like, lots of colors, lots of like different flavors. Sometimes it's crunchy, sometimes it's smooth, maybe it's hot, maybe it's cold. You never know.
So
But
sad. And there's a cherry on top that's red.
yes. Yeah.
Okay. What is your favorite rejoinder?
Ay, pobrecito.
That's a
With
good
like the
one.
right mix of like, I really feel bad for you, but like, do I like
Yeah.
pobrecito? I also say like chévere, chévere a lot. Chévere is one of my favorite words.
Yeah.
Yeah,
So,
probably
for those of
this.
you who don't speak Spanish, chévere, like cool,
Cool, awesome.
and pobrecitos, like poor, you poor little
You
thing.
poor little thing. You're a
Yeah. It's
pobrecito.
it's it's kind of like no, it's not quite like bless your heart in the
A
South,
little ay
but it's a
bendito.
little
Ay,
bit. It's got a little bit of bless your heart in it.
it does.
Yeah.
Yeah, I like pobrecito. It has a lot of uses.
Yeah, that's a good one. Okay, number three. If you could be instantly fluent in another language, what would it be?
Uh, you know what? I'm gonna go with Korean. I lived there for 3 years and I have like survival Korean. I can like sound out phonetically because actually reading and writing in Korean is not that challenging, but like understanding, I just don't. And it's one of my biggest regrets after having spent 3 years in that place. And like, I can barely hold a conversation past like what my name is, what my career is, how much money I make, and like who invited me here, which are all really important social things to say when you're in Korea.
Yeah,
So
that's fascinating.
yeah, Korean.
You're the first
I
person
have
to
like
say
a
that
lot
one.
of homesickness for Korea. Not so much anymore, but like when I first moved back, I was like, I just want to be there. So yeah, Korean.
That's really, really cool.
Mm.
What is one thing that you could never teach without?
One list of things or one thing?
One thing.
Okay. I'm striving for this. I'm pretty good at it naturally, but I do find myself towards the end of the day like lacking relentless positive regard.
Hmm. Hmm.
Like I really have been working very, very hard on that since La Familia Loca's meeting with Diana.
Hmm.
And I'm like, okay, I'm just like full stop, cold turkey. We're doing this. And ever since then, every time I feel the d of don't come on my lips, I'm like, thanks for facing forward. Thanks for keeping your materials in your hands. Instead of don't throw that. Um, I wear a fanny pack that says be kind, and I just really like it's kind of one of my mantras. Like
Yeah.
absolute, I'm trying to treat kids with dignity like almost all the time. It's
Yeah.
just so extremely important to me.
Yeah. I started saying relentless positive regard when like I went to a workshop with Paul Kirschling in 2018 and he used the phrase, he said, we have to be relentlessly positive no matter what. And then I went to a
Mm,
workshop this past year with a colleague, Nina Leuzzi, and she said um, that we have to be, um, oh, what was the first word? Not eternally. We have to practice daily. I think it was practice daily positive regard. And I was like,
mhm.
ooh, if you combine Paul Kirschling and Nina Leuzzi, it's relentless positive regard, which is just so
Yeah,
good.
it
And
is.
I think it's important what you just acknowledged, though, which is at the end of the day, whether we like it or not, we're human.
Mm,
It's teaching is the most physically, mentally, and emotionally exhausting job out there. And
yeah,
by seventh period, we're drained.
I
And so
know.
it's the hardest, the last two classes of the day are the hardest classes to
Yep.
maintain that. So as long
Yeah,
as
I
we're
like
aware,
honestly, sometimes I think about myself as a teacher and I'm like, I wish I could bring teacher kind Meg into some of my like relationships like with my closest people in my life because
yeah,
I do and say things more carefully with my students at school sometimes than I do like with my husband or my family or my siblings, you know. It's like, man,
100%.
those are the people that are sticking with it for the long haul. Like,
Yeah,
so yeah, I think that's it. And then I have a slew of other like manipulatives that are like, you know, where's the laser? If there's
yeah,
one thing the kids know, where donde está el láser?
yeah,
It's
yeah. I
always
love
like, is that lasers, man?
it. Is your laser red?
It is.
Yeah.
Yep.
I had a green one that I loved. I loved it.
Yeah.
Okay. What is a weird food combination that you swear by?
Okay. I don't know. However, however, I have a caveat. I'm taking my own spin on this one. I will eat almost anything left over cold the next morning. And like we're talking like curry, Chinese food, and like pizza, that's for babies. That's like cold pizza for breakfast. Psh, shut up. I'll eat curry.
I feel
Like,
like
I don't
this
know, I'll just eat
counts.
anything
This
cold.
counts. This is 100%. This is weird. That's weird.
My husband hates it because like we are road trippers. And when we road trip, we'll get up at like stupid hours, at like, you know, 4:10 in the morning and get in the car. And I'm like sitting there with like the takeout food because when you go on vacation, you don't leave anything in your fridge. You like, we clear out our fridge.
Yeah.
And so we'll get takeout the night before. And then I'll literally be sitting there with a box, like eating like lo mein. And he is like, "Well, it's 4 o'clock in the morning. Like, you have to," he's made me throw away food in the car because he's like, I cannot smell that while we're eating. And I was like, you loved it last night. What's wrong with it this morning?
And you don't even pop it, you don't even nuke it for 5 seconds.
Hi,
What?
man, I'm
Oh
always
my.
late. I'm
Okay,
highblind. I'm
no, that
always late.
counts. That
In the
is
car, you're not going camping.
that is a thing. Well done. Yeah, I've not heard that one before. What is one tip for teachers who are new to acquisition-driven instruction or new to teaching in general that you think is really important?
Okay. Oh my God, so much. So much. Teach for as long as they'll let you before you graduate. I would say like along those lines, like get a mentor or like a community that resonates with you. Um, and not just default, hey, here's the math teacher down the hallway that like knows how to run all the systems or just has been here for a while, but like actually seek out someone who can like help you get through it. Yeah.
Love
That
that.
hands down, like that's kind of the core of what has been really successful for me.
Yeah.
Um, and then
Especially,
also go home. Go home from the first year.
yeah.
Get out of school. You are not, your identity is not only a teacher. You are going to, I wanted to swear just there. You are going to screw some stuff up
Yep.
if you work 60 hours a week and don't have other things going on. That's not doing it, babe. That's
Yep.
not doing teaching right. It feels like you have to, and I've been there and I've done that, but like got the grace to tell you
Yeah.
that's not, it's not doing it. Go home.
My favorite quotes of all time was Mark Mullaney, who I adore.
Mhm.
Mark is like a perfect example of like not working all the time. And he's like in a band and he leaves at
Mm,
like the bell every day. And
mm, dream life.
he said 70% for 20 years is better than 100% for 3.
Yes.
And I
Yeah.
was like, oh my God, so good.
Like, I don't know any current stats on teacher burnout, but it used to be like within the first 5 years,
Yeah,
a lot of
it
people don't
is.
make
It
it.
still is. Yeah, it still
Yeah.
is.
And there's like just a mass exodus going on right now. So,
Yeah.
yeah.
Will you do a brain break with me? That's number 7.
Yes, of
Okay.
course.
Okay, stand up.
Okay.
You're going to move your chair. You're going to turn around, face the other way. When I say uno, dos, tres, dale, on dale, you're going to turn around and you're going to make your body form the object that I am holding, but you will only have 5 seconds to do it. Are you ready?
Lantern.
Uno, dos, tres, dale. Ooh, ooh, excellent. Yes, I can see. I
Let
can
me give
see.
you a better visual.
Yes, excellent. Yes. And you did
Okay.
it in 2 seconds, so that was fast. Okay, again. Uno, dos, tres, dale.
Oh,
Yes, yes, yes. Okay, you can sit down. You win. Well done.
that's hilarious. Now I'm sweating.
It's so good. I call it shape up. That's
Nice.
a brain break I love very much.
Yeah.
Excellent. Okay, where is my, here it is. Okay. Number 8.
Okay.
What is your favorite activity for acquisition?
Oh, Jesus. Not the answer. Um, I don't know. I think like anything with manipulatives, anytime when they can like physically get their hands on stuff, engagement always goes way up. Um, I love like freeze frame type of activities. We've done like the statues, like pick a sentence from this page, recreate the visual of this, and everybody try to guess. Today, oh my God, today we went to the Panama Canal and they had to be like engineers and the electric motor control person, and someone was a boat captain. I really wanted to get skipper hats, but like there was a snowstorm and it wasn't,
Yeah,
even Amazon wasn't going to be here. And they had to like make the noises. And it was just like, they just do
that's
it.
so cool.
Like
That's so rad.
very few kids don't do the activities when there's movement involved.
Yeah, that's awesome.
It
I
was so
love
cute.
that.
Okay.
Kinesthetic. I love that. Okay. Um, ding, 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 ding. Did you hear that? Oh my gosh, that's the sound of a bonus question.
Oh, out of the blue.
Okay, this bonus question is very unique to just you. And at the end, I'm going to ask you to talk more about Experiencia Colombia. But this
Hmm.
question is about Experiencia Colombia
Okay,
because
great. Love that.
selfishly, I
Yes.
want to ask about it.
Okay.
So for a person who really wants this is a goal of mine to go on Experiencia
Um,
Colombia. My baby is too little this year. It's
yeah.
fine. I see it in my future. I'm sure it'll happen.
When she gets a passport, like,
Yes. And, my question for you is, I know that you help organize it, but
mhm,
as a participant in it, like since you are not just organizing, but you are experiencing it with everybody else,
great.
what
Yeah.
is your favorite part about Experiencia Colombia?
Um, Very selfish answer. This was born out of like this little brain child that um like study abroad's over forever. No, like those were some of the absolute most vibrant, formative, learning, amazing times of my life. And they are memories that stick with me forever. And so just having the opportunity to like get somewhere and live like a local, meet people, be so disconnected. There is a beauty in being the other when you've grown up not being the other. I've always been a very curious person. but I feel very comfortable outside my comfort zone. And I know that the world language community has a boatload of teachers that feel the same way. And I like am, well, bring it back to the beginning of the interview. I'm a Sagittarius. Like I go hard and fast towards things that are attractive, motivating, delicious, beautiful, nature, and that it just, that's it, you
That's
know?
awesome. I love
Yeah,
that.
it's so
That's
cool.
that's really cool.
Yeah, thank you. I feel the same way.
Oh, okay.
I'm not
What
humble about
is
it either.
your
Like, it's amazing.
so great. What is your favorite word in Spanish?
Hmm. Like to say or yeah. I really like a cojonudo.
Oh
A
my gosh, what is that?
cojonudo is like effing awesome. I use the F bomb a lot in my daily life. It's like one of my favorite ways to emphasize things. But a
Hey,
cojonudo is like it's very like Castilian Spanish, like Spaniard Spanish. Um,
I'm obsessed. I've never.
really fun in Spanish to me.
I love that.
Yeah, and then probably just like gracias. Like I say that so much and like a triple gracias, 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 like is just
I
when
love
you say
that.
it and you mean it, it's beautiful.
When you say either of those words and you mean it, it's beautiful.
Yeah,
It's true.
totally.
It's true.
Yeah.
Did you know that I learned from Lisa MCH that there's research around people who swear,
Mm,
like especially like when something bad happens or when you're
mm.
hurt, like it helps alleviate the pain or the
Yeah,
frustration about it because
I
you're like releasing like, you
I
know,
get that. I like as a highly sensitive person, like the senses are always a lot for me. And I understand that like the fricative of getting those things out of your
yeah,
mouth, out of your throat is like
yeah.
it's a
It's so
relief.
good.
Yeah.
Good. What number am I thinking of?
7.
No, but that's okay.
Okay.
Okay. Sorry.
It's
Okay.
okay. I have
You
follow-up questions, but
you
moving on.
you've made it. You've made it to the last question. You've done it.
Ta-ta.
Okay, here we go. What is something that your students would say about you 30 years from now when they think back to your class, your Spanish class in seventh grade? What would they say about you?
Oh, she's always so either caffeinated or happy. That's gotta be like, wow, do you ever like calm down? Nope, no. And that's actually kind of like one of the things that was going through my head when you're like, what can't you teach without? Like, I can't turn it off. Like
Mhm.
those kids come in and I'm like, oh my God, hi, how are you? And check out what we're doing, get ready, but then like come chat. Like it just like they walk through the door and it turns on. It's like I'm on stage. It's like you're a performer, you know, and
Yeah.
like,
Yeah.
yeah, probably. And also they would probably see me and go, sí se puede, because that, oh, that's my rejoinder. We said that 100 million billion times. Sí se puede. So
I
yeah,
love
probably
that.
that.
That is awesome. We're very similar in that way.
We are. Yeah, I agree
I
with
think
that.
that's one of the reasons this year has felt so hard because I'm lacking that. You know what I mean? I'm
Yeah.
really lacking the like the obviously there's a billion hard parts of teaching and this year has been really great to have a break from that 100%.
Yeah.
However, not having the the moments of like I get a flick on that switch because it's impossible
Yes.
for me not to when my
Like a
kids
little
are
hit,
here.
like a
Yeah, it's
dopamine hit.
truly it's a dopamine hit.
Yeah.
And so I'm really lacking in that. And
Yeah.
it's extraordinary, you know? So yeah, I love that. We're very similar. Okay, Meg, please tell us how we can continue to learn from you, how we can connect with you, and how we can learn more about Experiencia Colombia.
Okay. One, I am on social medias as Meg Fandel Vernon. However, I mostly just talk about whatever is like comes to my mind at at the time. It's not really a teaching account, but you can still follow me and like my outfit of the day. Um, there is I go to a lot of conferences around the Midwest. And I just tried, it didn't work out this year, to go to the Denver or the Colorado conference next year.
Yeah.
So Comprehensible Midwest, I almost always go there. Comprehensible Iowa, I'm on the organizing team for Comprehensible Iowa, and that's in the summertime. Those are two like ways that you can like connect with me. Um, or just like meet me in person, which is at my school this year. I'm so pumped. We're hosting at my school. Um, that's basically it. I mean, can give you my phone number if you want. And then, okay, Colombia. This is like my dream. My dream is coming through true through Colombia. I'll try to keep this like sidebar a little short, but like I have been teaching for 18 years now. Ooh, bonito. How you do that? Cool. Yes, ¿quieres más información? Click aquí. Um, so Colombia, like where did I go? I got lost. I was taking a sidebar.
Sorry. I'm sorry.
That's okay.
I distract.
Visually distractible right here.
It's your dream.
My baby. Yeah, so
Colombia.
Craig Klein Example is the other organizer. He is the author and mastermind behind Spanish Cuentos. And um, oh, I know where I was going. This community, this comprehensible input community, is like full of superstars. Everywhere you look, someone has a niche talent or a super dumb, awesome, super dumb, not super dumb, but you know, this like stardom quality. And I honestly was like, I guess I just like present on stuff that's going well for a long time. And then I had this idea, and Craig was like, that's a really good idea. And I was like, thanks, you want to do it? And he's like, yes, I absolutely think I should. And like, I finally feel like now, like, this is kind of my niche. And not that I needed it. Like, this community is here for everybody, whoever wants to be in it, however they want to show up. But like, now I feel like I have a place that's outside the walls of my classroom that is my like kind of hobby and passion. And we will go as long as people show up and say I want to go to Colombia. We will take you. It is a 1 week long culturally and linguistically immersion, solo español, wellness retreat. Wellness is the focus. Like every part of every day is centered around teacher wellness, both personal and professional. And it's for 5 days in Colombia, South America. Very beautiful country. If you've not been, it's quick flight from the US. It's just really all over the Gulf of Mexico and Central America. And we're going July
Oh,
2025. We still have a couple of seats open, but like they could fill tonight, they could fill next week. So it's beautiful.
and remind me, this year your presenters are
Bryce Headstrom,
Bryce Hedstrom.
drop, and Jim Tripp is coming back with us. We spend a lot of time thinking about a lot of aspects of a program like this because it's like 24 hours a day, 5 days. Like,
Yeah.
there's 20 of us max. And so like the dynamics, but Jim came last year and like we just both of us had decided, yep, there we are with Grant Boulanger came last year. We just really decided that it was going to be really important to have someone like on the team that knows the ropes. And so we're like, let's have Jim come back. And then we're bringing Bryce along this year.
So
And
cool. That's so
yeah, then
cool.
everybody else is Colombian. Like me and Jim and Bryce were the only Americans. And the reason we have our American trainers is because we need people that are currently in the classroom and know the current cultural environment behind teaching in school in America, like in the
Yeah,
United States right now, because
100%.
it's a
Yeah.
very interesting place that we're at, and we can't provide teacher wellness without people that understand the nuances behind like some of the reasons that like burnout and difficulties in the classroom are so heavy. And
Yeah.
everybody else is Colombian, like the rest of our staff. There's like 12 more people involved that are Colombian.
That's so cool.
Yeah, and like 70% of our registration revenue last year went straight back into Colombia,
Oh,
like either
that's
through our employees or the
that's
local
where their
service.
money is going. That's so
Yeah, your money is going into the local town that hosts you.
rad.
Yeah.
That's awesome. Well, this is awesome. So the site is SpanishCuentos.com/taller Experiencia Colombia. I will copy it in the YouTube link below if you just click there.
I'll
Um,
give you a bit.ly.
yeah. and you'll also be able to see, oh, perfect.
Yeah, and there's Comprehensible
And
Iowa.
that's Comprehensible Iowa
Yeah,
that Meg mentioned as well. And
that's
I'll
another
be
little dream of
there
a
too.
weekend. You
Yeah.
are
Yeah.
our keynote.
I'm so excited. Keynote
Yeah.
speaker this year. So this is going to be
Yeah.
epic too, because you can see and hang out with both of us. So that's
Yeah.
awesome.
It's a very humble little stellar conference.
Yeah, well, I mean, it's big every year though. It's like you work really hard to get
Yeah.
big people
We
and
pull in a lot of expertise, but
yeah,
like we're around like 120 registrants max.
yeah, it's so cool.
So
It's so
small
special.
conference, big names. It's fun.
Yeah, it's really cool. Awesome. Well, thank you so much for doing this with me. I'm so grateful for
Isabel, te quiero
you.
muchísimo. Like I'm
Yeah,
seriously so humbled that I like get to be on YouTube with you.
this is super special. And for those of you who want to connect more with Meg, you should want to connect more with her.
Mm.
Her info is below too. So take care. Enjoy the rest of your day wherever you are watching this, and we will see you next
Cuídense,
time.
profes. Adiós, Annabelle. Love you.
Adios. Bye.
Bye.